Hello guys, welcome to my video. This video style is kind of new to me, also new to the channel. I don't usually edit video and just yapping in the background. So if you got any advice for improving the video, feel free to let me know down in the comment section. Just type whatever you feel like, you know. So starting in January, I decided to buy the game Assetto Corsa because it was on sale back then, and the price is relatively cheaper compared to something like iRacing or Assetto Corsa Competizione, because I buy the complete edition, so I have all the DLC. And I'm going to say I instantly got hooked by it. Maybe because I used to play Gran Turismo back in the PS2 days, and I don't know, I just love racing game in general. But this time, Assetto Corsa is like a proper sim racing game and it's not arcadey. And I remember I started on a controller, which is a PS4 DualShock, nothing fancy, but it does the job. And when I keep playing it, I kind of just get frustrated because it's so hard to steer or micro steer in a controller compared to a wheel and pedal setup. So I pull the trigger and buy a Moza R3 bundle, and it's kind of funny because when I order it, they say it's out of stock, so I have to pre-order it, which sucks, to be honest. So I pre-ordered it in January, I think 11th, and I waited, and waited. Dude, I kid you not. Like, I almost gave up and canceled the order because it's just took forever. And then boom, in March, the thing finally arrived. Dude, I'm so excited during that day. Like, I remember that day, I came back from school and go to gym, and when I came home from gym, I was like, dude, no way, it's actually here. And I just dropped my dinner and starting to work on getting it set up for my table, because my room is like way too small for a proper rig. And so I started on my first ever race in a wheel. I've raced one or two before I got the wheel, mainly on controller. It was kind of scary at first, to be honest. During those little 2 minutes waiting session before the race start, it feels like you are actually in the car and preparing to race. Dude, it was a wild experience. Like, you are racing against real people. They're not AI, You cannot use them as a braking assist if you go too fast in the corner or miss your braking point. Okay, jokes aside, my first race was in Mazda MX-5, those little tiny Japanese race car. It was an awesome car, and during the first race, nothing really happened, to be honest. A lot of crashing, bumping, because we're in the rookies race, and I think I accidentally killed someone many times, because they brake a little bit early than usual, or because they misinput. So yeah, I'm sorry, chatty. If you ever find this video, I apologize. So yeah, I started to race more and more. I usually go with MX-5 Cup because that's the most popular series in low field motorsport, and also the car is not too fast, so it's beginner friendly. But I couldn't race that much because school was starting to get busy, especially with all those midterm exam and school projects to do. I think I usually have 2 or 3 20 minutes race per week, but since I'm getting more and more busy, I just kind of stopped racing. But the good news is, after the midterm exam, I started to race again, and I tried a few different races, mainly GT3 cars and Nordschleife 24 hours Green Hell Cup. And oh boy, let me tell you, it was a whole new world. Like, the speed difference is visible. you can go faster during the corner and have to master trail braking. It was awesome. And I think my first GT3 race was in Watkins Glen Butte. I think it was located in USA. Great track, by the way. But nothing really happened that race. It was a rolling start, which is kind of new to me, and honestly it's kind of scary, but thank God I'm not the lead car because I don't know how to lead rolling start. So the whole race is actually kind of boring. Like, the car in front of me has tow, so they both go faster than me, and the gap was like 15 seconds or something, and the car behind me is slower than me. So the gap is like also 15 or 16 seconds, and by lap 3 I think I just race alone since there's nobody near me till the final lap. So I don't know, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Nothing really happened that race. And I think the new season begin in April or something like that. And during week 2, Mazda MX-5 race in Croft. It's a great track and kinda easy to master, to be honest. The races are okay, but since my safety rating is tanking due to getting rear-ended in turn 1, I decided to always skip qualifying and just start in the back. And it kind of worked, but it's just boring because everybody just pulling away from me. And occasionally there's someone crash in front of me or spin themselves out, and I gain a place or two. But I'm just tired of racing alone in the back. So I think that third race in Croft, I decided to push harder than usual in the qualifying, and I got P3. And when the race actually began, I was like sweating my ass because it's crazy. Like, I never qualify in top 3. And you know, the race began, P4 had a better launch than me, and he just sit in P3. The first lap was nothing, I just stayed behind him, and I was like, okay, I'm probably not gonna finish in podium because they are pulling away from me. And boom, by some miracle, the leader somehow got his tire in the grass and spun himself. And because how close P2 and P3 were, they also got hit by the leader, and I was like, oh my gosh, my time has come, you know, because I have a safe distance from them, so I just book past them and sit in P1. Oh boy, I'm sweating even more because I've never lead a race before. The pressure of not making mistakes or missing an apex is immense. Watching the gap getting closer from behind is actually scary AF. But thank God I raced pretty consistent and didn't make any huge mistakes. And I took the first win of my life easily thanks to the crash in lap 2. It was crazy. Like, I didn't believe I would win in the race because during qualifying they were faster than me. And after that race, I decided to take a break because it was so intense. The next day I decided to race in Green Hell. I choose Porsche Cup car because I don't know, I just love the car. It looks so amazing, and it's also multi-class, but I'm not sure about the rules of low fuel motorsport multi-class because like it seems like some car have ballast. Anyways, there's GT3 class, Porsche Cup car, and TCR class. I qualify also in P3, but like, oh my gosh, it's super infuriating. Like, during the rolling start, I just saw all the cars suddenly disappear, like all of them. And in the leaderboard, it's just me, and the server says I have connection issue, so I have to restart the game and rejoin it. After I rejoin, I was in a pit, and I think there's also a car behind me, and I think they also got connection issues. So we start the race, and I was like, I think 40 seconds behind the train. We call it a train because Nordschleife is like a really narrow track, so usually it's hard to overtake. So many cars would just go in a single file and it just looks like a train on the map. Anyways, I start chasing the slower driver because they were in TCR. I think they don't have TC, and ABS, like really respect those drivers. It's hard to drive car without any assist. And for some reason, I don't know why Porsche Cup car has both TC and ABS, so I just leave them both on 2. So I quickly passed a lot of slower driver. Most of them were pretty nice. Some of them just lift the gas on the straight and let me pass them, and some of them brake early and let me pass. Awesome stuff, man. Now, I know why people love Multiclass. The balance between passing someone and not trying to kill both cars is just thrilling. But after a lap, I think there's one TCR class car. I don't know, he was like super weird. Like, he just keeps parking on the apex and kind of slow me down a bit. I don't know, like, he doesn't live on a straight. I mean, to be fair, that's his right. Like, he doesn't have to let me pass, but it's kind of annoying to stuck behind a slower car and never get a chance to pass it. But after a few corners, I finally got the chance to pass him, and I did it safely without wrecking both of us, thank God. So by the end of lap 3, my dumb brain was like, oh, since Assetto Corsa has auto pit speed limiter, I can just book pass it and it will auto stop my car around 80 kilometers per hour. Sorry, those from the freedom country. I don't speak freedom units. I think it was like 50 bold egos per hamburger, and I got a freaking 10 seconds stop and go penalty. I think I was at 5th place or 6th place at the moment, and I have to serve it in the next lap. Oh my gosh, it's the worst feeling ever. It's like I could slow down and follow the rules, but my dumbass just speed in the pit lane and got a 10 seconds penalty. So when I got out of the pit, I tried to pull away from the driver behind me because I wanted to keep the place. And at the end of that lap, I was 10 seconds ahead of them, but it was not good enough. Both of them passed me when I served my penalty in the pit, but I managed to get back a place just before the final lap, and the result was 6th place. Damn, it could have been better if I didn't have connection issue or my dumb incident in pit lane. Overall, this was my experience of me joining sim racing 4 months ago. I have to say it got me hooked. During my free time, I usually just hop in an AI session and race with them to improve my technique. But sometimes I got burned out or just make way too many mistakes, and I just took a long break. Play other games like Zomboid, web fishing, or Minecraft. I have to say it was one hella experience, especially if you have a wheel and pedal setup. You can drive those cars that you probably can afford to drive and race with other players. Yeah, and that's it. Bye. And after that race, I decided to take a break. It was bleh. So I just leave them back.